Okay, so to get started, as always, you can leave the cube if you need to. Go ahead and press this red X to get this centered. I guess I'll leave the cube, and I'm going to delete the camera and light. Okay, so for this one, we're going to be using our reference images. You should have those there. Make sure they're cropped. I may have cropped it, I may have not. If yours isn't cropped, you can go here, just click on it. You should be able to go to edit and just crop that up, and then you save and you'll click save. Okay, I already cropped mine. So whichever, we're going to be doing 2 different fish. So whichever one you want to do first. I'm going to try this 3463. Let's see. So I'm going to go to, actually, I'm going to do the other one first. You want to make sure that you have this centered, okay? That the X is pressed. You're going to go to add reference. Sorry, add image reference. I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same for you. And then you'll be able to go find your, should be in alphabetical order. Okay, so there's my image. I'm just going to scale it down a little bit. It doesn't have to be the size of your square. You can always make your square larger. Okay, so with your image, I'm going to go ahead and move this back here. And then I'm going to click on this object data properties. It looks like a picture. And I'm going to click on transparency, and I'm just going to make it a little transparent, like around 0.5-ish, okay? Then I'm going to click on my cube and go to edit mode. Now, when you're doing this, when we're editing the cube to be the fish, we're going to always want to have an X-ray mode, so we'll put it in there in just a second. Or actually, let's do it now. So in X-ray, you can see your drawing now. Now, this part is going to be whatever this main part of the fish is, okay? This section will be separate. This section will be separate, okay? So let's go ahead and you can get your scale tool. Make sure everything is selected. You can press A to make sure. Now let's go ahead and we're just going to extend this out. Actually, let's do it from here to here because we can extrude this part out. So again, with your X-ray on, if you get edge select and you select this edge, it's going to select both of those edges, okay? That's the wonderful thing about X-ray. You want to be an X-ray. Okay, now I'm going to select this top edge and move it down so it's already level with this. Select this one, move it down so it's level with that. And then I want to get this straightened out here. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to make some loop cuts here. So Control R, get that showing, and we'll go ahead and split it up maybe into 4. Then we definitely want to do 1.5, maybe 2. So I'm going to undo that. Control R, I'm going to do 2 here. Okay. Then we want to get our vertex select. Okay, again, you have to be in X-ray mode for this to work out good. So we have this one set here, looks pretty good. If you click and drag over this dot, it's going to select both of them because we have X-ray on. Now let me show you. If we don't have X-ray on, which you can't really do anything, you can't see the fish anyway, and you select this dot, click and drag just like before, it only selects that first one. Okay, so again, X-ray mode on, and it's better to be frontal view, not like this, because that's going to get all kinds of things selected. Okay, so just those 2 here, and then you're just gonna start dragging it down to make the shape of your fish. Then if you decide that you need more loop cuts, you can always create more. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one there. I'm gonna move this in. And go ahead, if you have lips like this, just kind of work around it for now. Also, you can't just click on the dot and move it because you see it leaves the other one behind. Okay, you always have to click and drag over it. Okay, now obviously here you see this is a huge fish, so you want to press A and we can go ahead and get our scale and just go ahead and scale it down to the size that you think it might be, because we can always change that later. Then you can move it back if you need to, okay? Let's go back here. Everything from there should remain the same. Okay, so now for this little tail fin thing, I'm just gonna grab this face here. I'm gonna get the extrude. I'm gonna extrude this out to about right there. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and add a loop cut. Control R. Maybe 2. Okay, let's see what I can do here. I'm going to click and drag. I need this to be in the middle. I'm not sure how I should do that, if I should extrude it or not. So I'm going to go ahead and get these 2 faces. Let's see what this looks like. I'm going to extrude this down a little. Okay, so now you're probably thinking, okay, that doesn't look like a fish. But okay, let's go back to object mode. And we're going to get the modifier properties. Add subdivision surface. Okay, go ahead and increase that to about 2 or 3. Go ahead and right click shade smooth. Then you'll see it looks, you know, more curved, but maybe you still don't like the shape. So you can go back now to edit mode, and you can still go here and again, make sure that you are in X-ray mode. The only thing is you have to kind of go back and forth just to select all these. So let's say I selected all, wait, I go to X-ray, select these 2. Then I'm going to move back out of X-rays just so I can see, because I kind of want this to be the shape that I drew it. But you'll notice, again, if I just click and drag over it, it's not going to select that back one. So if you leave it out of X-ray, just make sure you have both of those selected. Okay, and let's say I just wanted to kind of change the shape of this. You can continue to kind of do that here, just however you like. Maybe you want some places to be wider, some to be thinner. I'm not really sure what. Also, if the image gets in your way, you can always hide that if you kind of want to see what it looks like without it. Because now I'm looking at my fin and it looks like it's kind of drooping down a little lower than I'd like. So I can grab it all, move it up. Okay, so just remember, it doesn't have to be exactly like your image, okay? If you need to change it up, then feel free. Okay, so then if you have those other pieces, what I personally would do, I'm going to go ahead and go to object mode, and I'm going to add a mesh cube. Take it into edit mode. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my X-ray here, and I'm going to get this kind of lined up with this next little fin part that I need to do. Let me press A, and I'm going to go ahead and scale this to make it a lot thinner. And then I can get it lined up here on my fish. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and split it maybe twice here and a few times there. Have my vertex select. I'm in X-ray mode. And I'm going to go ahead and just start manipulating these. Okay, so I think from here I can extrude maybe these 2 up. Let me see where that's going to leave me. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and take it to object mode, and I'm going to do the subdivision surface. Increase to 3, shade smooth. Then I'm going to go look at it here. Again, it does not have to be exactly like your sketch. It can be a little bit different if you start seeing things that you want to change. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that part like that. And then I need to do this bottom part of the fin. So again, I'm going to add mesh cube. Okay. Select this edge and move it down so it fits. Now I'm going to do Control R. I'm going to do 4, and then I'm going to split it in half, and we'll see if that will work for us. So again, just start moving these points in X-ray mode. Okay, I'm going to take that to object mode, add subdivision surface, take it off of X-ray, increase to 3, shade smooth. Okay, I'm going to go back to object mode, edit mode, and edit if I need to. Okay, then I have the reference image. Okay, so I'm going to make a new collection. I'm going to title this Fish 1 because I don't know what kind of fish I drew. And I'm going to select all of these and move them into Fish 1. Okay. We're going to hide it. And we're going to start on our next fish now. So let's go to File. Go to Add Reference. Add Image Reference. Find your next image. I'm going to go ahead and scale this down, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my cube. Add mesh cube. Okay. Reference 2. Fish body 2. Okay, so now I'm going to take that to edit mode. First, I'm going to go ahead and scale this. I'm not sure how big I want it. Move it forward. I want to, go back, click on this image, turn on the transparency, do 0.5-ish. Click on the cube, back to edit mode. Okay, so we'll turn on X-ray. And again, we want to do the fish body separate from the fins. So how many ever loop cuts you think, and then you can start editing in with vertex select. Once you kind of have the shape, go back to object mode and add the subdivision modifier. 3, shade smooth. You can turn this off, kind of see what you got. If it's looking a little fat, press A to select all in edit mode. Scale this down to whatever size you're thinking for that. Then if you need to, you can go ahead and edit any of these. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and attempt these little lips here. Put one here and then one here in the middle. Okay. So if you need any help with ellipse, feel free to ask for any, and then I have to go back to object mode. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and select this one, take it to edit mode, turn on the X-ray. Okay, so looking at it from this side, it doesn't really look fish-like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab this one first and take it into edit mode. And I just need to give it some more like shape here. So I'm going to select these two here on the side, and I'm going to turn on my proportional editing. And I'm going to use my scale tool and just start kind of scaling this out. And you can determine how much is scaled out by using this, by scrolling with your mouse here. So this will be less, this will be more, kind of bloats out everything at the same time. So I'm just going to do that a little bit first, and I'll have to go in and adjust my eyes and things like that. And you might even have to do some other little sections here. Just try to make sure that you're selecting the same things, because you want it to look also like a fish here from the top. I mean, not from the top, sorry, this side. Better grab that eye. This is fish one. I'm gonna grab my eyes and move those. I'm not sure which one is the first one. Oh, no proportional editing for the eyes. Ah, why do I have those selected? Okay, object mode. Let me get the eyes. There we go. So a little bit better there from the front. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing for this one. I'm going to grab this one, take it to edit mode. And maybe just grab these and hold shift to grab these. And I'm going to scale those out with proportional editing. Okay, so I think that looks a lot better. Maybe move these a little bit out. Turn that off. I don't want them in there. Okay, so go ahead now for the materials. We're going to do some different things. Go ahead and just pick like a base color for each of your items for now. Okay, so one thing, we want all these separate pieces to be named different things. So I have my fish body here. If you think your fin is going to be that same color, cool. You can leave it like that. If not, I think I'm going to make mine a little different. Oh, but it's changing everything, so I need to duplicate it. This is going to be my fin. My fin on the body. So I want to rename that. So even if you're using the same color, each of these materials will need to have a new one because we're going to paint over them. Okay, so go ahead and figure that out. Right now these have the same, so I'm going to name this one fin top. And I'm going to duplicate. This one will be fin bottom. Get the picture. And let me switch this up a little bit. I'm going to be a little darker. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing here. Fish body 2. Duplicate. Okay, and then the eye you can leave. We're not going to be doing any editing, any fancy editing to the eye unless you plan on it, then you might want to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's go ahead and just hide our fish too. So whichever one you want to work on first, we're going to leave unhidden. Let's go ahead and click on the body and we're going to click on UV editing. I'm just going to go ahead and frame that up here. I'm going to press A to select all, and we're here in edit mode. And this is probably what you're seeing, but we don't want to see that. So UV project from view. And you can see now it looks more like our fish. So we can click and drag over that and get our scale. And we just want to scale this so it fits almost just perfectly in there. Okay. Then we'll go back to object mode, select the fin, edit mode, do the same thing here, press A. And then go to UV, project from view, select all, scale it, okay? Back to object mode or tab, select the other fin, tab to edit mode, press A to select all, go here to UV, project from view, same thing, scale this out, okay? Then you can tab, back to object mode, get your other fin, tab, press A to select all, UV, project from view, highlight, whoop, and make it larger. Okay, so again, tab, we'll select our fish. So I am thinking, I don't know if this is going to mess up what we just did, that I need to go ahead and apply this subdivision surface for all of these. So go ahead and come here and apply all of these modifiers. Okay, and let's go ahead and go back to UV editing. Okay, so it still looks fine, so shouldn't be a big deal there. Let's go into texture paint, which is right here, and your fish is probably like a purple pinkish color. I scoot this over. I'm going to zoom in here. Okay, so you want to come over here where it says no textures and click this plus sign, and you're going to select base color. So it went to the fish body base color, which we set up and we renamed. So if you want to change the base color of this, you can do so now. If not, just click OK. Let's go ahead and increase this to 2000 by 2000. And click OK. Okay, so then we're going to come to this side, click on here and click on fish body base color. You can zoom that out. Okay, so right now the color we have selected is white. I don't know if this looks any different in material preview. Okay, so it does. I'm not sure if I need to look at it like that. But anyway, so here is your radius for your brush that you can change. Okay, so bigger, smaller. I'm going to put it back to the default. The strength, if you want it to be full strength or you want it to be less strength. Okay, so you can see here I start drawing and it's going to show what I'm painting here. So you can put any colors, any other different colors you want to on here. Let me see again what this looks like in rendered. Okay, so if you want to look at a rendered preview, you certainly could. That's up to you how you would want to do that. Change the color. You can do so here just by changing it any other way. So I would recommend just kind of go ahead and just leaving this here in render preview. And whatever you're kind of wanting to do. And I'm not sure what I want to do. So you can see that sometimes it doesn't look always that great. You just might have to, I think maybe thicker lines are going to probably work a little better until you get the hang of it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hover over this and press Control C to copy that color. I don't know if it's going to work that way. And then I'm going to go, I don't know if I have to go back out and select this one now. Go back to texture paint. Click add. Base color. Change. Okay, it's changed. I'm going to click OK. So that changed, but it's not looking like the same color. And I don't know if it's just because that's selected or what. Okay, just gonna leave it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hide that and unhide fish 2. Let me go ahead and hide the reference. I'm gonna go, I haven't done any of these yet, so I'm gonna go here first to the modifier and apply all of these modifiers. Okay, I'm going to select this, go to UV editing first, press A, and then remember we want to go to UV, project from view, press A over here, scale it. Oop. Make sure you're scaling on the white ring. Okay, I'm going to go back, tab. Click on this one. Oh, sorry. Edit mode. A. UV. Project from view. Tab. This one, tab. Control C. Back to texture paint. Okay, whatever. Do I have it selected? Okay. New base. Control V. Okay. Oh, here we are. Wait, what? Okay. Texture paint. Here we are. Okay.